Welcome back to the Flight Beginner series. In this tutorial we are going to learn 3 new chords in another very popular chord progression that you will find in many songs such as The Lost Boy by Ruth B, Viva la Vida by Coldplay or Zombie by Cranberries. First you need to remember your string names G, C, E and A, and don't forget to tune your ukulele. To play the G chord, put your index finger down on the 2nd fret of the C string, and then put your middle finger down on the 2nd fret of the A string, and finally put your ring finger down on the 3rd fret of the E string. Notice that the shape you have is almost the same as the G7 shape. It's just an inverted triangle shape. Play each note, it should sound something like this. The Hawaiian D7 has a special name as there is another D7 chord with a bar that we will learn later. To play the Hawaiian D7 from the G chord, simply lift up your ring finger and then transition the shape you have across the strings, so that you have your index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the E string. Play every string and it should sound something like this. Practice the transition between the G and D7 chord until you can do it smoothly. To play the E minor from the D7 chord shape, lift up all your fingers apart from the middle finger and then slide the middle finger down 1 fret so it is on the 3rd fret of the E string. And then add your index finger behind it on the 2nd fret of the A string and your ring finger on the 4th fret of the C string. You should have a diagonal line like this. Play each note, it should sound something like this. Now practice the transition between the D7 and E minor chord until you can do it smoothly. The final chord in the progression is the super easy C chord that you already know. To transition into this chord from the E minor, lift up all your fingers and this time put your middle finger down on the 3rd fret of the A string. Don't be tempted to slide that index finger down 1 fret. It would be much easier to transition back into the G chord if you have your middle finger there. Now practice the transition between the C and E minor and back to G chord until you can do it smoothly. That is the end of the chord progression. Let's try and play all the chords together. Let's play the 4 beats on each chord, and when we reach the C chord we go back to the G and start again. Remember, play slow enough that you don't have to pause. The most important thing in a song is the rhythm. You can use a metronome to help you keep your rhythm. How about adding in some of the strumming patterns you learned previously? For example, the island strum. Now you can play another of the most common chord progressions that you will find in many songs. Great job!